So I'm not sure who drove into LAX on Sunday. It was the biggest shit show I've ever seen, right? And you would think that since October the 29th, Los Angeles airport representatives, the rideshare companies, Uber and Lyft, would scramble to readjust things, maybe even make lines wider, just work on a failing system that bottlenecks, and bottlenecks. People, passengers were furious, right? The TV stations were all over this. The LA Times was all over this. There were passengers waiting up to 90 minutes. And again, it all goes towards the incompetence of the CEOs once again, right? Uber and Lyft were part of the negotiations, part of the planning of LAX-it, right? And this is a gigantic failure on every single level. I would not go to LAX for these type of monies, right? And they say up to 29 minutes. The truth is it's longer than 29 minutes. And if someone thinks they are really making money here at LAX, a driver, I want to hear who they are, because I've heard nothing but complaints from the drivers, from the passengers, and now even from the shuttle drivers. Now, the very first video that I made was boots on the ground on the opening day. It was quiet, right? There was nothing going on. First cars were rolling in, and the system seemed to work. But anytime we hit peak arrival times, right, or peak times, like again, just yesterday, this Sunday, absolute chaos breaks out. All the traffic is backed up all the way right into Sepulveda, outside the airport. It just clogs up like a toilet, right? And who pays the price? Well, drivers have a choice. I would never, ever submit myself to that insanity, to go in there for those few dollars, right? So you may be throwing Lyft, these type of amounts at drivers, enticing them. The reason is simple, because you've done so much damage, right? Not only to your earnings, that Uber and Lyft have done damage to their clientele, to their passengers, and probably have lost a lot of passengers over this, that say, now, you know what, we're going to take a taxi, or we're going to try and get outside, walk outside the airport and grab a taxi from there, right? Because this here does not work for us. We are not sitting around here for 90 minutes with our kids in a sea of people hoping that we're going to get that trip. It's not going to happen. So I see this as a lot of damage done in the LA market to both Uber and Lyft, right? Losing passengers over this. Drivers, I'll give you my tip, right? In the 30 to 60 minutes that you're going to be wasting there at this parking lot, go outside, drop down into the west side, down to Jefferson, down into Playa del Rey, Marina del Rey, Westchester, or El Segundo. Get out of there and start making money, proper money, right? Your nerves, the agitation, the frustration, the possibility of getting into an accident, into a fight, into road rage over this nonsense is not worth your heartbeat, right? It's not worth the stress. So LAX pickups, a big NO, right? Leave, right? Just leave. And, let it be there for the taxi drivers, right? But you need to go out and make money, because I can tell you something, it's not worth it. It's not worth the money. It's not worth the stress. What I saw yesterday in my city, LA, with these two companies, together with the poor planning of the Los Angeles airport management, it was a complete failure and breakdown on all levels. It was a shit show. That even private limo drivers, and I did a couple of private trips on Sunday, it was difficult to get in. Once you were in on that inner circle, on that loop, it was easy. But getting in, because of the backlog, because of the clogged up system of this LAX, it was simply not worth it. So I want to know who felt enticed or felt lured by, the $17 plus. I want to hear your feedback in LA. My gut feeling is not going back there. I'll do the drop-offs. I'll not do the pickups. Have a great day.